Hello, beautiful Cancer family, and welcome to your intuitive energy forecast for the month of April 2020. My name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. My website is lisalyle.com, and I can be found on social media at Wisdom of the Heart. So welcome, and thank you so much for being here. April is really shaping up to be a month where we are all asked to go deeper into our heart and deeper into our experience on Mother Earth as a sovereign being of light, as well as a member of the collective family. So I'm just going to get right into it here for you, Cancer, because nothing's coming in immediately. So I'm working with the Keepers of Light Oracle by Kyle Gray, as well as the Blue Angel Oracle, Angels, Gods, and Goddess, and Heart and Soul Oracle, all three by Toni, Carmine, Salerno. And finally, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle by Kim Kranz. So the first card that you get is the Shekinah, the sacred self. And so I guess it makes sense that nothing else was coming through, because this is truly your path this month to deepen your connection to your heart center, which connects you to your higher self, which connects you to Mother, Father, God, Creator, Source. I'm really being guided to say this month that your focus, Cancer, is on the condition of your heart. So how are you feeling in any given moment? Are you feeling overwhelmed by the current of change that is moving through your life and, in fact, across the planet at this time? Because what I'm hearing, it's a time to return to the purity of who you are. And I'm hearing a childlike sense of wonder. So seeing everything, I feel as if this month you're going to, it's almost as if you're seeing yourself and the world through new eyes. And this feels very good. What I'm feeling is that, there was a holding of my breath there for a moment. And that's what I feel for you, Cancers. I feel like you perhaps have been holding your breath, unafraid to breathe, afraid to breathe deeply, afraid to make a move. This is really saying that it's safe for you to breathe. And so what I'm feeling is that this month you are being asked to focus on your personal practices that support your emotional, your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. And your physical body is the best guide that you have. So I want you to tune into your body this month and become aware of where you're holding on. And I feel many of you are going to be having issues within like the heart space. So the hearts and the lungs, like this inability to breathe, this inability to take it all in. And if you're feeling that way, this is a very clear indication that you need to focus on moving that breath deeper into your body, because what I'm hearing is it's safe for you to breathe. You are lovingly held in the embrace of Creator. Your higher self guides your experience in this lifetime. And through your holding back, it's like you are stopping, not stopping, you are restricting your prana, your life force energy, and moving through. The lungs hold on to grief. And so if you are experiencing breathing issues, and you do have this sense that you've been holding your breath, waiting for the next event to unfold or the next piece of information to come forth, this is an opportunity to really connect. And by moving your breath deeper into your physical body, my nose is getting itchy now. by moving your breath deeper into your physical body, you're going to actually probably the breath is going to touch that grief that you've held on to, that emotional pain that you've held on to. And I'm starting to feel quite emotional as I'm saying this and sharing this with you. So I really do feel like there is something you've been holding back. Perhaps you've been overwhelmed by your emotions. Perhaps you've been overwhelmed and you're frozen in moments of trauma in your life and things that you have experienced, and not even consciously. I'm feeling like this is all very unconscious, like things have happened and it's kind of frozen you in a moment in time of trauma. And so I do feel like this is a month for you to really like tune in, tap into that, and release that pain. All done? Oh, that it's really time to tap in and release that pain. There's no need to hold on to it anymore. It is safe for you to feel what you need to feel. And more important, it is safe for you to move forward on your healing path. It's truly time that you gave yourself permission to heal. It's time to, and I'm hearing, like, don't hold yourself back. And I feel like this is going to be a gradual process for you. My ears are going crazy. Everything's going crazy. The nose, the throat, the ears. It really feels like this month kind of is a beginning. It's like the beginning wave, if you will. And I feel like this wave is going to move through right up until your season of rebirth, which we've got coming up in July, right? June, July, end of June into July. I feel like right now is beginning this process of clearing things out so that at the time when you get to your birthday season, you are really ready. You're more clear and you're ready to move forward and fearlessly moving forward. So really take care. I'm feeling rose quartz is coming in strong, and Apache tear. So if you resonate with what I'm saying about you've been holding on to grief, and I'm just saying here, I'm holding here because this is where my breath was catching. Grief is really stored deeper in the bodies, and then it manifests through the lungs and our ability to welcome life and to take life in. If you resonate with that energy of the grief, Apache tear is a wonderful stone to work with to support the clearing of grief. And I feel like call on your angels. Call on your angels and loved ones in spirit to guide you through this process, because they really want to see you heal as well. They want you to experience your most, expansive life. The message on this card is unleash your spirit, express your gifts, and dance to the sacred rhythm of life. And I am feeling that music, sound, working with like your breath and then allowing sound to be released with the exhale supports this movement of stagnant energy, stuff that you've been holding on to. And what I'm hearing is you've been holding on to it for far too long. So already it's starting off like this is going to be, this month, April is bringing you a big opportunity here, Cancer, to begin to make some shifts on your path of mastery. And we have Sananda here, and many believe Sananda is the ascended version of Jesus. And this card is mastery, and it's number 3. So first and foremost, I'm hearing this is also about forgiveness of yourself. You see how these cards have a very similar feel to them with the coloration. And I'm really feeling there is a need for forgiveness. A forgiveness of others and yourself. Okay? Because And I really feel that this is more about yourself, Cancer, because we often very easy go, oh yeah, all is forgiven, they are forgiven. And then we hold on to things like guilt and shame, and we don't forgive ourselves for missteps or things that we believe that we should have done, could have done, should have done different, things that we believe we shouldn't have said. This really is a month of letting go for you. I'm hearing the Lord's Prayer. And so maybe finding that in a version that is being sung and working with that to support the release. Number 3 speaks of the Trinity within. So we have let's just look at this as the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, and then you as the Divine Child. So these two, the Divine Masculine and Feminine, coming together to nurture that wounded child within you, so that that child comes out again and plays, so that child comes, knows that they're free, knows that they're safe, right? And it's all about you offering the Divine Feminine and Masculine within you, offering that to the child within yourself. So really taking the time this month, showing yourself unconditional love through all, regardless of what's coming up, regardless of how you're feeling. Let go of judgment. Let go of fear of judgment. And just be there for yourself. I can't stress this enough. This is the first reading that has come through like this for the month of April. And it feels like it's a beautiful opportunity for you, Cancer, to make some breakthroughs this month. Breakthroughs so that you move forward free, not held down by things that have happened in the past. Anything that's happened in the past, we can't change. We can only change our attachment to it. And, we can we can shift the pain that we maybe held back there in the past. It's really time to let go. Unconditional love. I'm feeling there's a great need for you to get out to nature, to be on the earth, barefoot if possible. I do feel that this is important, to perhaps working with your breath, breathing in as deep, excuse me, as deep as you can get your breath into your body. Exhale, release, send it through the soles of your feet into the earth. So inhale, bringing all that nourishing breath in. Exhale, releasing all the density through your lower extremities into the earth. And keep continuing to do this until you really begin to feel clearer, like less burdened. I do feel like you carry this heaviness around you, and I don't really feel that it's yours to carry. And even if it is yours to carry, what's coming through here now is it's yours also to release. And it was 1331 when I saw that. This is really about the healing of the Divine Feminine. Your time has come, and now is the time. And I really can't stress to you the importance of allowing yourself to move through this process now, as we move towards summer and your rebirth season. You then get the Goddess of Awakening. And so this process is waking things up. It's hard for us to wake up when we are still being held by the experiences of the past and the pain of the past. I feel like if you're able, wherever you are in the world, to lay on the earth, and even if you can't get outside and lay on the earth, to lay down somewhere in your home. And again, as you're laying there and breathing and, inhaling, breathing in, exhaling, release, and really feeling your body settle, allowing yourself to feel how supported you are by the earth beneath you. And with each in-breath, breathing in your higher consciousness, breathing in the love and support of your higher self, breathing in the love and support of Mother, Father, God, breathing in the support of Creator, Source, the solar energy, the sun energy, the angels, everything is supporting you. And I feel like you're really being encouraged to release and let go once and for all. There's no reason that you have to continue to move through your life feeling burdened, saddened, depressed even by the things that have happened in your life, the things that have happened to you. Now it's about returning to your sacred self, remembering that you are an eternal soul, eternally connected to Source. You yourself are sacred. And this is about you remembering this month that who you and what you are. And you came here to have a really, you came here to Earth School to heal. And to heal through all timelines in service to your eternal soul. You came here on this path of mastery, and Jesus walks with you as your brother, as your equal, as your friend. So call on him. If you feel close at all to Jesus, call on him. He is reminding you that you also are the Christed child incarnate, just as he was. And through unconditional love, all is healed. It says here, this is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. And that exploration and romance is really about your connection to self. 3 is the number of creation. What is it that you came here to create? And I can absolutely say with certainty that the people who have been through the most heartache, the most trauma, the most devastating of experiences are the ones with the greatest gifts here to share. Because through unconditional love, we, through our emotions, we create. So really love yourself up this month. Take all the time you need. Go slow and nurture yourself through the process. Time in and around water. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Herbal teas. Perhaps it's time to, it is absolutely time for you, Cancer, to refine your self-care practices. How are you nurturing yourself? And again, really out of your head and into your heart, it is safe. I feel like you have the crab, right? This tough exterior, and inside you're just this big, mushy, gushy, beautiful, beautiful human being and beautiful being of light who has no beginning and end. The human experience does have a beginning and end. And somewhere in there, we are each meant to find our joy, right? The things that make us tick. We're here for a joyfully abundant experience. And oftentimes it is about the mother and father within ourselves nurturing our wounded inner child, who feels abandoned or feels neglected or who was traumatized and abused. That was in the past. And now it's about being there for yourself. Being there for yourself. We're now going to see which animal spirit guide wants to work with you this month. And that is pretty clear. 2 of them. The crocodile and the deer. So first with the crocodile, I always connect with really ancient wisdom. And perhaps some of these wounds, no doubt about it, that some of the wounds that you, and some of the pain that you are holding on to comes from other lifetimes. And in fact, if you're not one who believes in, past or parallel lives, then just think about it. Wounds can be handed down through the bloodline, through our ancestry. And so I feel like, this guy is really saying is like, trust yourself. Trust yourself enough to go slow. Trust that you are being guided. Trust that within you is a well of infinite wisdom. Like, I don't even know if you're aware of how connected you are. I mean, your ruler is the moon, right? This is all about intuition. This is a feminine energy, and yet it's also very much about shadow. So what is it that you have been stopping yourself from seeing? What is it that you don't want to see and face? Because this is a month that you're being called to, and the more you can face it, the more you come home to your personal power. So I feel like this is a month of calling back your power. Like I'm just feeling like all these different cords of attachment to you. And I feel like it's time to cut the cords. Call on Archangel Michael. Call on your higher self, your guides to guide you through the process of clearing that. If you need some support with that, I do have a couple special offerings for the month of April, which are soul messages for $55 or an intuitive energy session. So we go into the chakras, we do a lot of clearing with that, and that is $77 for the month of April. Because this process is really supporting your healing, and it's supporting your expanded experience of joy in this lifetime. And then Deer comes here, and Deer is all about gentleness and compassion with yourself. It's also about, I am hearing like a bit of fear, like you're afraid to have a look at things. You're afraid that once you begin to release, there's going to be no end to it. There will be an end. And it always feels really great to go through the process. I mean, we don't like change. Humans, we just kind of like status quo. And yet, when we just kind of fall into that status quo, I really feel like we are doing a disservice to ourselves, because we really can't, we're not really living our best life. This is about, Deer is asking you to go gently. Take this process gently, like you do. I feel like it's not just April for you. I feel like this is going to continue through May and June as well. There's great healing, a great opportunity for healing. And it's really just important that you take your time and trust your unique process. Because Deer wants you to move through this so you can move on to a new adventure, one that's more uplifting, one that's more encouraging, one that's more free, a freedom of expression, freedom of creation, because you are awakening, and the awakening process takes place through the inner journey. It's not like, it's not like awakening with our, two eyes when we wake up from sleep. It's kind of like closing our two eyes so that we can go on that inner journey and truly see with the eye of our heart, the inner eye. So I'm going to read what the guidebook says about these two cards. It seems to be my pattern to share the messages of these cards. So let's see. Crocodile. Where is the crocodile? There it is. So crocodile's message is resting, submerging, collecting energy, and cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not a time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves, so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, the crocodile is wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck and lashes out. To bring into balance, rest. Okay? And then the deer, let's find the sweet little deer. So, the deer's message is loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates, and a sense of grace calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or a celebration of new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. So when in balance, deer energy is receptive, compassionate, and nurturing. When out of balance, it's concerned and protective, to bring into balance nature and children. And I'm hearing it's your own inner child. You know, it's your own inner child returning to the purity of your own heart. So finally, let's get a message from your higher self as eternally connected to Source. And that one came out easy. April is really about you loving you and really activating, trusting your connection to Source, trusting your connection to your higher self. I mean, again, you're ruled by the moon, highly intuitive, psychic even. And this is, in order to really harness that energy, harness your power, you must love everything that you see, even the stuff that you've been holding back, the shadow stuff that you haven't wanted to see. Allow it to come forth and nurture yourself as you go through the process of feeling and releasing, so that you may heal through unconditional love. It will be so. This card says, do not discount your imagination, for it is through an inspired thought that something beautiful is created. You will soon be inspired by an inner vision. Your imagination is real, and it can and will become your reality if you trust in the power of love. The imagination is magical and is a magical and creative force full of endless possibilities. Looks like a really empowering month for you, Cancer, if not a wee bit emotional. Trust your process and be good to yourself. Be kind and gentle to yourself as you move through the process. And if there's any way that you feel I can support you through your process, do not hesitate to reach out. In the meantime, you can support me with a thumbs up, a comment down below, a subscribe to this channel, and please know that I am here to support and encourage you and love you every step of the way. You've got this. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you.